From an Airgraph to Christopher Tolkien, September 30th, 1944. We three have just come back through the rainy end of a golden day from a very poor production at Playhouse of Arms and the Man, which does not wear well. I saw the good lady in the theater with C. Williams, who is typing Ring, and I have hopes of more to send soon. I don't think I should write any more, but for the hopes of yours seeing it. At the moment, I'm engaged in revision, as I can't get on without having back stuff fresh in mind. Do you remember the chapter King of the Golden Hall? It seems rather good now that it is old enough for a detached view.
Hey, y'all. I'm Danny J.
I'm Joel N.
And I'm Trever D.
And we are...
Keep on Tolkien.
Yes.
Welcome back for episode 87.
Yeah, which is our mid-season finale of season 7. Can you believe that shit? I feel like we just started working on this season.
I know. Mid-season finale. It's here already. This is sort of our summer finale, and we'll be coming back to you guys in the fall after this.
Our favorite season.
Oh, the best season. Easily.
The best.
Easily. But today we've got a special, very special episode for you. A lot of love went into this one.
Yes, this one was very fun to quote-unquote research for.
Yeah.
Nothing like researching your own material.
Your own shit, yeah.
Yes. So today we're taking a trip in the Wayback Machine, and we're going to revisit some classic KOT moments. What does that mean? We're having a clip show.
We're having a clip show, yay!
Did you guys know that the Wayback Machine is a place on the internet you can go?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there are some like websites from like back in the day that are saved on the Wayback Machine. You can go back and look at
weird.
stuff.
So like old dead websites?
Okay.
Yeah, or like
crazy.
old versions of like newer websites so
Oh,
you can see what it
cool.
looked like originally.
That's wild.
Oh, that's wild.
We should
I
check
did not
that
know
out.
that.
That is interesting. Well,
Yeah.
just to reflect on that opening excerpt, we thought that was fucking perfect for this episode.
Oh, yeah. Tolkien just kind of thinking back on one of his written chapters and thinking, hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and thinking of his own
Thinking
work.
back on it now.
And it also says 3 of us come back from the play at the rainy end of a golden day.
Yeah, and here we are, 3 of us at the end of a pretty golden day.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of rainy yesterday. Sort of backwards.
Yeah, this morning.
Yeah, it's a better day today, that's for sure.
But we're super excited. So today we're going to be doing our clip show. So the way we're going to run this down is each member is going to present 3 clips, about 2 to 5 minutes long. And this is going to be clips from old past content. This could be episodes, this could be comedy bits, or what have
It
you.
could be anything that is spilled forth from our insane brains.
Yeah, we just recently found out we have like 90 odd hours of content.
Like 93 hours.
So we figured it was a good time to go back and review some of that and have some fun.
Let's have some fun with it, because it's been like 5 years since we've been doing this shit, y'all. And if you've been listening from the beginning, you are fucking awesome. And if you're here new, cool as fuck too. Thanks for being here.
And hopefully, listening to some of these, you'll recognize and have some good fond memories. Or you won't recognize, and you'll have some awesome stuff to go back and listen to.
Some new memories.
Some new memories.
Yeah, these are some of our favorite moments. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, so these selections that we've made, they're only known to the chooser.
Yes,
So
this is interesting. This is where it gets real interesting, actually.
Yeah, so like, for example, I've chosen 3 clips, and neither Danny or Trevor know what I've chosen, and vice versa. I don't know what they've chosen, so this is going to be a surprise for all of us.
Yes, it will be minor fun.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see what you guys chose.
Hell yeah. Should we get right down to it, guys?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, did you want to do that fun fact about the airgraph?
Airgraphs are awesome. Or, well, I guess they were awesome back when we did them. In World War II, when we used to take pictures of mail and then send the picture of it.
Yeah, like on microfilm. And this is what that excerpt was sent as an airgraph. We had to look up what the fuck that was.
Oh, yeah, in reference to the opening excerpt.
In reference
From
to
an
the...
airgraph to Christopher Tolkien, September 30th, 1944. Yeah, airgraph is like a picture of a letter, but they send the film.
Yeah. It's very small, so they can compact it and send many at a time.
Efficient.
Yeah, that's super cool. We had no idea that existed because we're kind of like tech science nerds. So
You just
we
take
thought that
this
was
paper
cool.
letter and you make it even smaller and even more flammable, and then you just
Even
ship
more
them off.
flammable.
Yeah, and we might be dumb for not knowing what these are, but we're fascinated by it. So
Yeah, this is the first we've really learned of that. So
yeah.
fun stuff.
Okay, now let's get right into it.
So we're
On
going to
to
do
the
this in
clips.
3 rounds, right?
3 rounds.
I wish we had a bell.
Ding ding ding.
So round 1, we're going to start off. We're going to go Danny, myself, and Trevor.
Okay. Should I introduce this clip here?
Take it away.
Do it, my friend.
Okay, guys.
What do we got?
I'm starting you off with something juicy because this is something that probably 99.9% of you have not heard. This is some Patreon content
Ooh.
that I spliced up
Okay.
from a segment that is famous among our patrons, at least. Tolkien Gets Sexy.
Okay.
This is from Tolkien Gets Sexy 1. This is the first episode we've done of this.
Oh, you guys are in for a fun treat.
How long ago was this?
This was probably 16?
We
17?
started in 17.
So it was the same. When did
So
we launch
it
our
was,
Patreon?
It was probably 2018.
2018, probably. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is a while ago. This is also, forgive the, I don't know what Ruru is going to be able to do with the audio quality, if anything. So I had to rip it from a video. So forgive.
Yeah,
forgive us.
older stuff.
Older content. We didn't know what we were doing. But yeah, I should say this is probably the hardest I've ever laughed in a moment of KOT.
Okay,
So,
I'm excited to see what you've chosen here.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of which one.
Are we ready for it?
Yeah,
ready.
let's hear it.
Let's do it.
All right. Danny, clip 1.
One night in Rivendell, Legolas was about to sleep. There were lots of people here this night, for tomorrow was a meeting to be held an important meeting where they would decide the fate of the One Ring. There's no comma. Once lying in bed, he felt a smell. This was a distinct smell, the smell of alcohol and hops, the smell of a drunken dwarf. The door slammed against the wall and Gimli threw it open. Nobody knew how much ale he had drunk that night, but it was enough to make him more drunk than he had ever been before. He took off his armor and placed his axe on top of it, and turned towards the bed in which Legolas was lying. "Who the hell are you, then?" Gimli shouted at Legolas, who was frozen in place. "Get out of here before I throw you out," Gimli screamed as he raised his fists. "Now why would you throw somebody like me out of here?" Legolas said, smoothly while standing up and turning around, throwing his long blonde hair out of his face. "What do you mean by that?" Gimli said, while trying to focus his vision on the tall elf that now stood before him. Now that he stood up, you could see his body, as light as a feather, but stronger than most men could ever dream of becoming. Gimli noticed that under the nightgown there was something slowly growing on the elf. It grew bigger and bigger every second. He thought the sly elf was trying to pull out a hidden dagger. Acting on pure instinct, Gimli threw himself over Legolas, trying to grab the handle of the dagger and attempt to disarm him. Legolas was surprised by the speed of the drunken dwarf, and screamed in agony as Gimli grabbed his growing cock and tried to throw it away. As Gimli realized that what he grabbed was not, as he thought, a dagger, he felt a sensation running through his body. He released the firm grip he had around the cock and looked into Legolas's face. Legolas was crying because of the pain, but you could see that he was smiling. For a few seconds they lie there, Gimli on top of Legolas. Both were half naked, both shaking from pleasure and fear. Before Gimli had time to react, Legolas ripped apart his chainmail pants. Gimli admired Legolas as the rings from the chainmail were flying across the room. Never had he seen such a strong elf. His cock was still small, for he was too drunk and too confused to be properly aroused. "What a cutie," Legolas says as he pushed Gimli off him. They now both stood up. Legolas's cock had finished growing. It was now stretching the fabric of the gown, so Legolas started taking it off. As Gimli saw the cock, he felt the blood rushing toward his own. Yeah, they're really heating up now. This is where it gets. This is my favorite part coming up right here. So, what a cutie, Legolas says as he pushed Gimli off of him. They now both stood up. Legolas's cock had finished growing. It was stretching the fabric of the gown, so Legolas started taking it off. As Gimli saw the cock, he felt his blood rushing toward his own. Legolas's crotch was cleanly shaven, and the huge... Legolas's crotch was cleanly shaven, and the huge cock looked almost majestic, sitting on its throne of balls. That was my favorite part.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
His throne of balls.
Holy shit.
So I totally forgot that it was Legolas's cock that was the throne of balls.
Yeah, it was Legolas because it's clean. He's clean shaven.
Dude, as soon as that shit started, I was like, wait, oh, I remember this one.
Yeah.
Then it was like, and then he thought it was a dagger and he dove on top of him and
Tried to pull it and throw it away, it said.
And throw it away, yeah.
Dude.
That was like, oh, Legolas, my guy, I'm sorry.
Joel, you're gonna get this. You're gonna think this is funny. It reminds me of that gospel reading where it says, "If your eye deceives you, cut it out and throw it away."
Oh yeah,
That's what it reminded me of. When he's
Take
like,
the cock and throw
he
it
tried
away.
to rip it off and throw it away.
And I started losing it when it said Legolas was crying.
Yeah, when he was crying.
He was crying.
But he was like in pleasure or
You
something.
could get
like
a
that.
smile.
So, and you guys, I swear, this is not an ad.
Cleanly shaven.
This is not an ad for the Patreon. Though, if you do want to hear more of this shit,
Yes.
and let me tell you, it gets much worse than that. It gets
That's not even the full story, right?
No, that is 4 minutes of like a 10-minute story.
Yeah, among other raunchy shit, like...
And yeah, we cover some pretty raunchy topics. So
Yeah,
if
and that's just Tolkien Gets Sexy. That's just one kind of
that's one of the content series we do on Patreon. But yeah, if you want to hear more of that, I think you only have to give $1 a month, and you get access to that. So
yeah, that was a glorious choice. That's like that went down. That line went down in like recording history for us.
yeah, throne of balls.
Was
For-
that Cody I heard laughing in the
No,
background?
that was our friend Thomas. Because
that was Thomas.
It was a video Thomas was directing.
That's right.
And
yeah.
and the audio kind of sucks because the other lapel mic wasn't working.
Oh yeah.
So we only had one, which is like why you couldn't hear Joel. But we were all laughing so hard at that part. I had to add that. As soon as we said we were doing a clip show, I'm like, I'm taking Throne of Balls and giving it to the world.
That was a choice decision. See, when I actually had to sit down and go back and choose clips, now that I was like had to think of them, I couldn't think of anything to go back to, so I had to like go back and start sifting through old episodes, but I found some good ones.
I cannot wait to see what you motherfuckers came up with, honestly. I'm so excited.
You want to jump over to my first clip?
Yeah, let's go into Joel's first clip, guys. Here we
Hell
go.
yeah. All right, so my first clip, so this is from episode 7, A Whiff of Old Toby, and one of the reasons I chose this is because this is actually, I believe this is the introduction of Trever on the podcast.
Oh, sick, really?
I think so.
Damn, I
Wow.
go back that far, huh?
Episode 7, yeah, man, you were right away, like right in the first season.
Heck yeah, okay. I didn't even realize that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so this is towards the beginning of the episode. Let's check it out.
Anything else? That's all you want to say?
Yeah, that's all I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I
I respect that. I'm a blabbermouth, so I had to say a whole bunch of shit, but
Joel, clip 1.
All right, guys, welcome to Keep on Tolkien, the internet's #1 Tolkien podcast. This episode's called A Whiff of Old Toby. We are going to be discussing some Tolkien stuff with our friends here in a minute. We'll get to that. Yeah.
That was a excerpt from a letter that J.R. Tolkien wrote to Milton that I thought was pretty exciting.
Yeah. I love how that letter talks about how it's hard to say one thing without saying everything, because that's really what this podcast is pretty much is.
That's
us.
our #1 problem.
Yeah, it's number
We
one
struggle.
problem.
We
of
struggle
this
trying to
podcast.
sum it up.
Yeah.
We're here with friends today, and we're just going to kind of hang out. We've got, who do we got here? Introduce yourselves.
What up, everybody? I'm Trevor. I've been listening to you guys a lot about
Tolkien things, Danny. You've told me a million things.
A million things.
And I struggle to remember it all because there's like, you'll quote so many names, that's the hardest.
Yeah.
Like,
No, and he's a real trooper, man. This is one of the only motherfuckers in the world that'll literally actually sit and listen to me talk about that. Like, and I can tell when people have stopped listening. You know what I mean? Like, they get a look on their face like, oh, we're done now. He never does that. He's always actually legitimately listening to
He even
you.
asks questions.
And he'll even ask you questions. It's fucking amazing. Trevor's awesome to have around.
Good job,
well,
buddy.
it's hard for you to explain one point, as you said with that excerpt, without trying to explain a million other points.
Right.
Because the universe is so whole and complete.
Mm-hmm.
There's just like everything is related somehow.
Yes, exactly.
Like you had a really long discussion at me.
About the Silmarils the other night?
The Silmarils, but it didn't stem from that. It stemmed from why the dwarves and the elves hate each other.
Yeah. And then we started talking about like the entire Silmarillion, more or less.
It went everywhere.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that was an amazing clip. That really brought me back. Holy shit.
Yeah, the intro, starting off with the old intro, that really brought me back.
I'm glad to see it go, but it is, it is nostalgic.
No, it ripped me right back to the old days.
Shout out to our friend and guy who really started this whole fucking project, Cody.
Our good friend Cody.
Our good friend Cody.
Yeah, he actually still sends me metal music to listen to from time to time.
Hell yeah,
He just hit me up the other day. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Cold beer cold.
And the only reason Cody's not still involved is because he moved away. That's really the whole thing, and he moved on to other artistic endeavors. So
we love him. We hope everything's going well.
Yeah, we hope we hope the best for him.
One of the things I also love about that clip is how right off the bat we just brazenly say the internet's #1 podcast for Tolkien stuff.
Yeah, I love that. We used to start that way. It was so fucking funny.
As if the internet dubbed us the #1. No, we dubbed that we were the #1 of the internet.
And shit you not, guys, this is when we were getting like 50 listens a week. Yeah. And they were all coming from a place called Beaverton, Oregon.
Beaverton?
For some reason. I hope that person in Beaverton, Oregon, or that group of people is still listening, because we love you. You were the base. You gave us hope that we could be listened to by people.
You were the spark.
Yeah.
Well, and I really like how it just comes in like full confidence, like the #1.
Yeah.
Just
straight up.
Internet's #1 podcast for Tolkien shit.
Yep.
Just as if it's a known thing.
Yeah, like we're on episode 200, you guys know who the fuck we are.
You know who we are, internet's #1 podcast for Tolkien shit. But I also love that introduction of Trever, too, because it really defines him.
It defines him not only as a member of this podcast, but also a member of our friend group. And I felt really nostalgic. He's making a tear motion right now. No, this made me feel really warm and fuzzy because it really says who Trever is in a nutshell. Can I touch you on the shoulder?
If you can reach me, here.
I'll scoot over.
Scoot.
I'm gonna touch him. You guys ready?
Hold on. You can't see it, but it's happening. Oh, there it is.
I witnessed it.
I touched him. I love Trever more than most people in the world. That's for damn sure.
Hell yeah.
And I'm so glad you are now 100% part of this podcast. It's
part of
so
the
good.
team.
You just wrote your first episode, and I think it was fantastic.
It's also like the longest
It's
episode that we've had.
It is straight up the longest recording session we've ever had. But you guys, I think it'll be, after Ruru gets his hands on it, it's going to be gold.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
We haven't heard it yet, but it'll be coming.
Somebody recently called us the 3 Tolkieneers.
The 3 Tolkieneers. I fucking loved that. That was so cool.
Kind
That
of
was
like a play on Musketeers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well played.
Well played. That was on Facebook. I can't remember I would shout out the name if I could fucking remember it. They comment on everything though. I feel bad.
I just want to
apologize.
say,
Thank you for your engagement. I appreciate it.
I still remember, I don't remember all of the details, but I remember us standing in my dining room having that conversation about the dwarves and the elves and the Silmarils and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it went on for a solid 45 minutes to an hour.
Was I drunk?
I don't know.
I love how you
I honestly
leaned
don't-
toward probably. Probably.
My memory is not that good of that moment.
There was a lot of drinking happening back then.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I've always since I've known you, Trever, just had the deepest conversations with you, and they're so fun. And that's why I love having you on the podcast. You're a great conversationalist.
You know what's also awesome about you saying that? other than it hopefully being true and everybody agrees with you, is that the clip that I chose, this is totally happenstance, is from the Trevor's Tribulations episode.
Oh, sick.
yeah.
I love that episode.
I almost pulled one from there too.
Yeah, and it pretty much like defines that, like asking there's just the questions that I like to ask and things that I like to learn, and I feel like this'll prove, at least in my Tolkien knowledge, has come a long way.
Yes, you have absorbed so much knowledge, and I am so proud of you.
It shows.
Yeah, my sponge is a little saturated sometimes, but I try.
Yeah. No, and it gets that way. You just don't have the psychopathic obsession that me and Joel have yet.
Yeah,
But it'll get there. It'll get there.
Shall we jump into Trevor's first clip? Check it out. I'm excited to see what you chose.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Considering that Middle Earth is an Earth-like setting, I would expect it to share some similarities to, say, our real world, right? So if the races in Middle Earth, with time given, became advanced enough to leave the planet, what would they find? And could they go into, like, another place?
See, this is one of those questions. I fucking love when you ask questions like this, because this is great.
Because this is also a very complicated answer.
Yeah, but I love
It's a
I love
great
this
question,
shit.
yeah.
The geography stuff is great, because that's
Yeah.
another thing that Tolkien loved was geography.
Mm-hmm. So it would depend on what time period they left the planet, depending on what it would look like.
Well,
Yeah.
let's go with, because time would be needed to get it sufficiently technologically advanced.
Sure.
Let's say, beyond the Third Age after Sauron.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you would travel up and you'd leave. You'd be in the upper atmosphere, I guess you could call it. And there would be a lot of stars and shit like that. And then you'd go further. And you'd find the Timeless Halls, which is where like Iluvatar and other Ainur live, right?
Yeah.
Wait. Timeless halls?
Mm.
So you leave the air and you enter a hallway?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of space in between, I'm assuming, Trevor. This is like cosmic level shit. It's not like right down the street, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
I'm just trying to build the picture in my mind.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the general structure of the world. Like when it was created, it was literally created as like it was a flat world with a domed sky.
yeah.
And there wasn't really anything above that other than like some stars.
So it's like a snow globe.
Yeah,
Or
like
half
a,
of
yeah,
one.
literally like
snow
half
globe.
a snow
Yeah,
globe.
like a snow globe.
And so if you and that doesn't really change over time. A couple of the continents change, the geography changes, but then at one point the world actually does go from flat to round. That is a significant event in the Second Age.
That sounds like it would have been quite destructive.
Yeah, that was the doing
Yeah.
of Iluvatar himself. That was when the Númenóreans pissed him off. He was finally like, nope, sinks Númenor, makes the world round so that you can't get to Valinor anymore. You just circle back around to get back to Middle Earth. Valinor was like taken away and put along the straight path or something
The
like
straight
that.
road.
The straight road. Only elves and people who know it can sail the straight road to get to Valinor. Otherwise, you just circle the globe.
Yeah.
Wait, that's weird.
Yeah,
It's
isn't
weird.
that nuts?
Yeah, it's weird.
Isn't that nuts?
Very weird.
So is it like they go through a portal to get to Valinor now?
More or less, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Or something like it? Okay.
So yeah, there's
like if you left the atmosphere, I imagine you'd just get to stars.
Stars,
and,
yeah.
And then the timeless halls, because
And
that's
then-
out there.
Then you have the Door of Night, which is guarding Ea from the Void. Ea being the universe from the Void, right?
What void?
The Void would be nothingness.
Yeah, just absolute nothingness, like empty space.
Oh, so the void is space.
But
More or
yeah,
less, you could think
yeah,
about it
yeah,
that way,
Yeah.
yeah.
But who's out there?
Melkor.
Melkor's out there. And you know who's up there also? You get to talk to a pretty cool guy named Eärendil.
Is the hold on? There's is that the elf dude?
He's the elf.
The
he's
elf
he's
elf
like
man.
he's like the king of elves or the original king of elves?
No.
Who am I thinking of?
thinking of Finwë.
I might be thinking of Finwë, but maybe
Yeah.
in the wrong context.
Yeah. Well, he is you'll get there, Trevor.
Well, no, because oh my God, what's his name? I've never.
Eärendil is an elf-man hybrid.
Yeah, he's a hybrid.
No, but there's the one.
He's sort of the savior at the end of the first age.
Okay, who's the elf? The most popular elf in Lord of the Rings. His name is evading me.
Elrond?
Elrond. Okay.
Yeah.
So can't Elrond like look up to the stars and one of the stars is his father?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
Eärendil.
Eärendil, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
are we saying that he's also up in this void?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You get to talk to that guy.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's in a magic floating ship up there.
All right.
Yeah, he,
Thought complete. I figured it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
he keeps a watch on the void to make sure Melkor is not trying to
Melkor's
get back.
not making no mischief up there. So yeah, but the world does change, and two significant changes happen. One is at the end of the first age, as a result of the War of Wrath, and that's when an entire continent known as Beleriand is destroyed.
Like kaboom or sink under like Numenor. Or?
Well, we got
Deleted?
we found a little excerpt to read about that.
Yeah, we couldn't help it. The excerpts about the changing of the world was always so epic.
Yeah.
For so great was the fury of those adversaries, that the northern regions of the western world were rent asunder, and the seas roared in through many chasms, and there was confusion and great noise, and rivers perished or found new paths, and the valleys were upheaved, and the hill trod down, and Sirion was no more.
Yeah, so the war was so fierce. We just looked it up the other day. It was 42 years long.
Yeah, it literally destroyed the land and sunk it under the sea.
Okay, so it was like a Numenor style
Yeah.
destruction.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, big
It's
time.
like a massive earthquake, and then the water rushed in, and everything
literally the same
collapsed.
thing. There's cool, if you look them up on the internet, you can look at like a third age map and what it would look like if all that land hadn't sunk.
It's really
pretty
cool
cool.
seeing the comparison, yeah.
I feel
So-
like you've showed me this before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. So, and the other time was in the middle of the Second Age with the sinking of Numenor, which you just mentioned. And this is when the world is rounded, which we talked about a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a little excerpt from that. And all of the coasts and seaward regions of the western world suffered great change and ruin in that time. For the seas invaded the lands, and the shores foundered, and the ancient isles were uplifted, and hills crumbled, and rivers were turned to strange courses.
Yeah, some crazy shit. Like, I can only imagine, like, this kind of huge, massive, cataclysmic type shit happening.
Really, it would cause a huge tsunami and probably wipe out all of Middle-earth.
Mm-hmm. It'd be crazy.
I mean, if rounding the world didn't do that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that was a good one.
Hell yeah, that was such a stereotypical Trever conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty much how every conversation ever goes with me and Trever. Well, all of us together, when Trevor's included.
I love the walk to explaining Arendelle.
Yeah.
You knew who he was.
You knew who
You
he
knew.
was. You were just like struggling to know how to describe him. You know.
Yeah.
I love how matter-of-factly, Danny, you just stated, yeah, he's up there flying around in a boat. In a
Yeah,
magic
I
boat.
love that.
That makes sense,
just
yeah.
flying
Of
around in a magic
course.
boat up there.
Of
yeah,
course.
Of course. Trevor's Tribulation.
Yeah, Trevor's Tribulations. It's a great episode.
Yeah, so like I definitely, like I said, picked that one because I feel like in a lot of ways it shows how far I've come. You know, especially with like the whole Arendelle thing, it's like, okay, well, I had to take a moment live to be like, do I know this? Can I remember this? Well, I've got the experts here,
Yeah.
and yeah, so like whenever I have had a question or need something information wise about Tolkien, it's really easy to just kind of reference what I'm thinking, and you guys are like, oh yeah, I mean it's this obviously. Yeah, I would-
Obviously.
yeah,
It's
of
that
course.
magic boat flying around up there.
Oh, I remember the other epic moment in this episode was when you remembered what the word Caliquendi meant.
Caliquendi, yeah.
I remember that. I
Yeah.
was so floored. Like, very few people remember that specific type of that specific distinction of elf, and you were just like, the Caliquendi, and we were like, hell yeah, dog.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I had been listening to the podcast actually pretty recently before we did that episode, so it was still kind of fresh in my mind.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it also just sounds cool. Like, Quendi is already cool, but Caliquendi, like,
Caliquendi.
Caliquendi.
The Mordaquendi and the Caliquendi. For those of you that might not remember from your schooling by listening to this podcast.
From your schooling.
Caliquendi are elves of the light, so elves that have seen the two trees of Valinor,
And then the Morquendi are the Dark Elves.
who stayed in Middle Earth and did not see the trees. And also, there is one Sindar who is Caliquendi, and that's Thingol.
Thingol. Normally those two categories don't overlap, but
But he does.
Thingol's special.
it's just with that whole clip though. I love how all, like, because you're right. That's how every conversation we have goes. It kind of starts somewhere and it weaves its way through many different
Yeah, and
things.
some
It's
are
like a
totally
web.
different.
Yeah, it's not quite a line. It's a web. of
Yeah,
things.
because we started with like, okay, so what if people in Middle Earth went to space? And then it's like, okay, what's in space? And it's like, okay, well then how is the world shaped? And we go through like the different cataclysms that have happened in Middle Earth, and
You mean the world's flat?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And like when I had re-listened to this episode and I had heard myself refer to it as like a snow globe, I was like, damn, that actually sounds pretty on point. Like
It is. Yeah,
I
it
can't
was.
believe I thought that in the
That was
moment.
pretty
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's a smart guy, you guys. No, Trevor's legit. I don't hang out with dumbasses. I just said this earlier today. I don't hang out with dumb people. I don't suffer them. But yeah, these guys are fucking brilliant, and Trevor's one of the most brilliant people I've ever met. Legit.
I thought you were about to like give a disclaimer like, I don't hang out with Trevor, but
no. I love hanging out with Trevor because he's
I love
incredibly
this guy. I
intelligent.
don't hang out with Trevor, but he's
pretty cute.
he's all right.
He's all right. No, me and Trevor spend a decent amount of time together, guys.
Hell yeah.
We're close friends.
Blood brothers.
We don't have to talk about that incident. We were
Takes a lot of blood to make a pentagram.
a surprising amount of blood to make a pentagram.
Well, that concludes round 1 of clips.
Ding, ding.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Yay! Round 1. Ding, ding, ding.
That was pretty fun. I like that one. Let's do round 2.
You're going to have to cut me, Mick. You know, that part when... You remember? We just recently watched Rocky together, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you got to cut me, Mick. And he, like, slices his eye open, remember? And it spurts blood. It's so gross. Boxing movies are so dope. I love them. Should we get into round 2?
Round 2, starting off with Danny. What's your second clip?
Okay. So I'm kind of the dude that's responsible for most of the bit work, right? The comedy. So if you think hopefully you think that shit is funny. I hope it's just not cringe as fuck and everyone hates it. But you're still listening, so I guess I got you there.
Gotcha.
Got him.
But this is one of my favorite bits of all time. This is the second ever Minturd we ever did.
Minnesota Tolkien radio drama.
Yes, and it is the first bit to feature our dear friend Trever as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You are in this one, Trever. This is season 1, way, 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 way back.
Remember
Sundering
what
of the
episode
Elves.
this is from?
Dang.
Episode 4, I think.
Oh, shit. So then this would have been Trevor's debut.
This is like the first half of season 1. Yeah.
Dang, I didn't
Okay.
realize that Minturds had been around that long.
Yeah, it's the oldest, dumbest idea I've ever had.
It's absolutely brilliant. I can't, again, to this day, I cannot hear the word Balerian.
Balerian,
And
yeah.
not hear it like that.
Valerian.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah. I think that's enough setup for this one. Here we go.
Danny, clip 2. For it was now, in this time, that the leaders of the 3 kindreds of the Quendi returned from their trip to Valinor. They must now try to persuade the Quendi to follow Orome to live in bliss in the Blessed Realm. Finwë addresses the crowd.
Oh, hey there, guys. We just come back from Valinor, and oh, geez, is it ever great. Just real nice. And all the Valar, oh, geez, they're just super. It's just so darn great. I wish you guys could have been there. Oh, it's a tater tot and a whole different hot dish, guys.
The Quendi listened in wonder as the 3 regaled stories of the Maiar and the mighty Valar, and above all, the splendor of the light of the trees. You could see the light of the trees on their faces as they spoke. When the stories were finished, Finwë addressed the crowd once more.
So, what do you think there, guys? You think we should, follow Orome and live among the light of the trees?
For sure.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah. Super duper.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, sure.
The crowd went silent, and all turned to the dissenting voice.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. Me and my buddies here ain't too keen on making this journey, We kind of like it here by the lake, Yeah, I think we're just gonna stay here, maybe,
Hey, now, I understand you're kind of leery. We're all kind of leery.
Yeah, I just don't think we're gonna go with you guys.
But, what about the light of the trees there?
Yeah, we kind of like it here in the dark. But you guys have a good time. I'm sure it'll be just super.
Well, all right then. I guess that's your decision, hey. Hope it all works out for you.
For sure.
All right. We're going to start calling you guys the Avari, the Unwilling.
Okie dokie. You guys have yourself a good day now.
Oh, yeah, you too, huh?
And with that, most of the Quendi departed on the great journey. They now called themselves the Eldar. After following Orome for many leagues, the Eldar saw before them in the distance the misty mountains. Tall and terrible, Finwë again addresses the Eldar.
Oh, geez. Here looks like a real hard leg of the journey. Are you guys ready to, cross over the mountains there?
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know it.
Okie dokie.
Sure.
Let's do it, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Them mountains look awful tall and scary, I think me and my buddies are just gonna stay here. We Tuliri are just kind of leery.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it's up to you, I'm not here to force you. I'm just trying to take you to a place that's, just so super duper,
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I just think that maybe we're just gonna stay here in the Greenwood. It's super nice here, and we like the flowing streams and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Okie dokie. You guys stay here, and we'll call you the Nandor from now on.
Okay then, you guys have a good journey there and have yourself a nice day, huh?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You too now.
After long hardships, the Eldar finally crossed into Beleriand. As they stood upon the western shores, preparing to leave Beleriand for Valinor, Finwë addresses the Eldar once more.
Alrighty then. Here we are. You guys ready to, leave Beleriand?
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Gosh.
yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no, me and some of the Teleri are kind of leery. We like it here in Beleriand. I think we're gonna, stay here.
All right, I'm just trying to get back to Valinor because, geez, it's, so darn great, you guys. Real good. But if you guys want to stay here, it ain't any of my business, We're just gonna go ahead and call you guys the Sindar, the Grey Elves.
Okie dokie. Sounds good to us. Have a nice journey, eh?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You guys take care now, huh?
And now the Eldar had at last landed upon the shores of Aman in the Blessed Realm. They stood in wonder of the light of the trees.
Oh, geez. It's just so gosh darn beautiful, It's like a tater tot in a whole different hot dish,
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, real good, huh?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh,
Look at that.
yeah.
Oh jeez.
Real good.
Yeah, real
jeez.
good.
That was
Holy crap.
that was fun.
Yeah, that I love that bit because it is by, let's face it, the Minturd Extended Universe has gotten a little out there.
A little out there.
A little out there over the years, right? But this one is by far the most informative one we've ever done.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like if you are like don't want to fucking learn about the Sundering of the Elves like you do through the Silmarillion because you think it's too dry or whatever, just listen to this sketch and it'll tell you everything you need to know about the main distinctions between elves.
It does. It delivers all the information you need to know in a very Minnesota palpable format.
Yeah, exactly.
I also want to say that is a very nostalgic one for me.
Yeah.
Specifically because of the tater tot and a whole different hot dish one.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's reused in another bit, right?
I love how we
use
doubled
it-
down on that so hard. In this one.
We use it in I think most Minturds actually. I try to shoehorn because okay. The background of that is I was taking a class at Inver Hills Community College, and it was a drug use and abuse class, and I had to watch a drug awareness video put out by the Dakota County Police Department. All right.
Oh, it was put out by Dakota County.
Yeah,
So it was local.
so it was locally made, which means it's going to be the most Minnesotan shit ever, right?
Okay.
Like, I hate watching the local news because I just can't stand the accents. It's fucking crazy. So, this dude, it was a cop, and he said something about, he was talking about drugs. I wasn't paying attention, but he was going on and on about the war on drugs and how awesome it is. And I was just like, and he said something, that's a tater tot and a whole different hot dish. And I just like perked up and I was like, that was the most Minnesotan thing I've ever heard anybody say. Like straight up. And this dude was not saying it ironically. He was saying it like he says that shit all the time.
he was just using that phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we discovered that phrase, we went with it. We fucking loved that
Yeah.
shit.
It's like a trademark. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was awesome. I also love the leery, just like how it's said. and
We
it's-
to leer. I love we to
We to
leer.
leer.
You're kind of leery.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
That was fun. And then what in the hell was that voice I was doing?
Dude, I don't know.
Holy crap.
I don't know. I think because I think we had an argument, if I remember right. You didn't feel comfortable doing a Minnesota accent.
Yeah, that's probably
And you were,
that
and I
sounds
was
right.
like, "Well, what the fuck can you do?" I was like, "What voices
I'll just
do
do
you
this
do?"
weird voice that's more Smeagol than anything.
Yeah, and that was like what you came up with, and I was like,
right.
"Fucking perfect! You'll be one of the elves."
And Cody came off a little Irish.
Cody
for us.
came off
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
Irish. 'Cause Dear Cody is from South Texas, so he does not. Yeah,
The North Midwestern accent is
yeah,
it's hard to
It's a
to
strange.
grasp.
It's a strange one. Oh,
Hell
holy
yeah.
shit. That was a trip back though. Yeah, Minturds, I think you guys love them. I've heard a lot of people talk about them. If you hate them, let us know too, because we keep doing them. So, you know.
I mean, we might keep doing them even if you hate them.
Yeah.
We love them.
Just to spite you. Yeah. But yeah, should we move on to the next clip? Is that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, what do we got, Joel?
All right, so for my second clip, I took it from episode 68, Our Friend Peter, the Halloween special.
Sick. I love this. Okay, I can't wait.
Yeah, so this might actually be one of my favorite clips. I'm not sure. So this is from the section of the episode where we're talking about the movie Brain Dead, aka Dead Alive.
Awesome.
At one point we talk a little bit about Peter Jackson's ability to like record in small spaces and his really good use of space. We talk about the lawnmower scene a little bit in Brain Dead.
Cool.
But this is an episode where we had our friend Joe Javasky on.
Joe Vasky, my longest running creative partner. I've worked with this dude. We've all worked together since 2006. We've been making art together. We go way the fuck back. I've known Joe since 1995, something like that. Yeah, he's one of my best friends ever. But yeah, he is featured on this episode because he knows a shitload about film.
Yeah, so our friend Peter, just for some context, it was our Halloween special from 2022 where we talked about Peter Jackson's horror films that he's done, because he does mostly schlocky horror films.
Yeah, and that's the majority of his career, and a lot of people don't realize that who are fans of The Lord of the Rings. And I think if you study Peter Jackson's early career, it totally adds up to The Lord of the Rings.
It totally does.
100%, baby. 100%. The progression of his career The Lord of the Rings was a natural conclusion for him.
I don't think I've ever put that statement you said together, that a lot of his stuff is more horror.
Yeah.
Most of his stuff,
than
yeah.
anything.
Sci-fi horror or horror, yeah.
Or
Like-
just gross out horror. Yeah.
Wow, okay. Yeah, because, I mean, I guess I'm, in that regard, pretty casual when it comes to PJ, because, Lord of the Rings is what I know him best for. So
Yeah, but you've also seen Dead Alive. I remember this is when we first started becoming friends. You came over to my tiny ass apartment. Do you remember this?
I remember being there once or twice.
And yeah, and we played in my tiny ass little room. We watched. I think you were there too. We watched Dead Alive. It was around Halloween time because I had found out that you like schlocky horror movies as
Classic.
well. And I was like, well, this is the king of schlocky horror movies. We gotta watch it.
That was that the really weird, gory one?
Yes.
Yeah, the most gory shit you've
Okay.
ever seen.
Yes, I remember this. Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
long time ago. Should
So
we get into it?
Yeah, without further ado, this is a clip from our episode, Our Friend Peter, with our featuring not any friends named Peter, but instead our friend Joe.
Yeah.
Joel, clip 2.
I also love how I love horror movies that give you like the most meek mannered and just like kind of worthless protagonists.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the movie they just turn into just like as monstrous as the creatures they're fighting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out, I put a shout out to Cold Fish in here. Cold Fish, great horror
Coldfish.
movie.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Very nice.
Are you going to introduce my audience to Coldfish? I don't know. You didn't ask about this. I don't know.
You didn't consult us ahead of
I
time.
mean, if you can watch Dead Alive, you can watch, or Brain Dead, you can watch Cold Fish.
I guess. Yeah. Coldfish is a very disturbing one. It's Japanese, right?
Yeah, not to get too off topic.
Not to get too off topic. One of the most disturbing Japanese horror movies I've seen.
One other thing I just wanted to say quick too is at the very end of the movie, Brain Dead, there's probably at least 20 zombies just like invading this tiny house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of an indication of how well because he does such a good job at kind of like spatially directing things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reminded of like the Mines of Moria breach in Fellowship where there's just like 30 orcs. It's a very small, cramped thing.
oh yeah.
But
You're
he
like,
just
how will the protagonist get out of this?
The Chamber of Mizarble fight, like the first
Yeah.
Moria fight.
But he does such a great job at just like you always know what's going on, what
Yeah.
action is happening.
Yeah. And I love how brilliant that house party sequence is, because you get to kill all the original guests
Yep.
with zombies.
Yep.
And then all original guests reanimate to kill the rest of the guests.
Yep.
So you get a whole party full of zombies all of a sudden, and it's a brilliant idea,
Yeah.
right? And then Lionel has what we described earlier, the infamous lawnmower sequence, where he holds a 1950s lawnmower on its side and literally just runs through the crowd.
He like ropes it to the front of his chest
Yeah.
and like walks forward.
Yeah, and it's just fucking mayhem. Like, honestly, this is on YouTube if you want to check it out.
They had like blood squirting pipes just like attached to the lawnmower, and and they
Yeah.
were just spraying
Did I show you-
blood constantly.
I showed that scene to my therapist. Yeah.
What did they think of it?
I laughed like a madman as we were watching it,
I
but they
think
were
that
just
is one of the best things you could have possibly done
Yeah.
to allow your therapist to understand.
to understand me, right?
who
That's what
you
I
are.
figured. Yeah, I was like, if she knows this is the kind of shit that I'm into. No, they like horror too, so like they understood it a little bit,
Oh
but
my
like,
God.
yeah, they had never seen something so outrageous.
That is an outrageous scene. If nothing else, you guys have to check it out for that scene alone. It's amazing.
Yes.
I love that shit.
Oh my god, that clip was so fucking funny. Yeah, I'm in therapy, guys. If you haven't guessed by the content that I create, I need a little therapy on the side sometimes, and that's fine. I hope you guys all have therapists too.
Because I don't think you told us that prior to recording that.
No,
so when you threw that out-
it came into my head at the last second. Like, which a lot of these like golden moments of KOT are not in the script, you guys. They literally come from us just like being friends, riffing on our own outline, like, and yeah.
I really love how you guys you set the scene for what that is right before you're like, yeah, I showed this to my therapist.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you just
We go
painted it
into
all.
how disgusting and fucked up it is, and then I'm like, yeah, I showed it to my therapist.
But
just,
for real,
just to she does like horror movies, so it wasn't like I was showing some virgin eyes like some shit they would never have
Like,
fathomed.
I can't believe how fucked up you are.
Yeah, I was literally like, this is one of my favorite horror movies. Watch this scene. And that was how it was,
if you guys haven't seen that scene, I'll say it again. Check it out.
Yeah, check out
It's
Brain Dead,
wild.
Dead Alive.
It's if you're not into gore, it's something you shouldn't watch then. But
Yeah.
it's like holds a record for the amount of fake blood, right? That they use in that scene.
It
or
did
something?
for at least a while. I
Okay.
don't know if it still holds that record or not, but yeah,
Okay.
it's like just that lawnmower sequence, if I remember from the outline, was like 80 liters of blood or some shit like that.
Jeez,
Yeah, that
Just for that sequence.
I can't even imagine the cleanup after
Yeah,
that.
it was a disturbing amount of fake blood.
it's all sticky and
So
gross.
sticky.
Yeah, that's a pretty fucking funny movie though. We still watch that almost every year.
Oh yeah, I love Brain Dead, Dead Alive. Yeah, so good. And I love that you picked the Joe Vasky clip because like Joe Vasky's kind of like if you're real into the podcast, you know who he is because he helps me write the sketches from time to time. But yeah, he's contributed to some of our most famous moments. He did he helped me write that Halloween sketch where we contacted Karen Winfonstad from Beyond the Grave.
That was funny, yeah.
He helped me write that Christmas special one that rhymed.
The Christmas special one was really funny.
And the dwarves where we all pee in the crevice. He helped me write that one. Yeah, so some real gems of comedy have come from this guy. And here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna take a second out to help me direct your fury at this guy. I've been wanting to start a second podcast for years now, and I want to start a horror podcast with Joe Vasky. But he's playing reluctant hero on this, and he doesn't want to commit to it because he doesn't think it'll be people want to hear what he has to say.
Is he too busy playing League of Legends instead?
That could be Trevor. I have definitely brought that up. No, he's at Bystander on the Discord. Like add him and tell him that you love the shit that he made for KOT and would listen to his podcast if it were a horror podcast.
Yeah, send him some peace and love.
Send him some
and
love.
encouragement.
Yeah, because he's very much part of the KOT family and just our family in general. So
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
So I loved that clip. That one always makes me laugh, brings me back.
Yeah, so good. Just reminiscing about some of those horror films was so much fun.
I was really wondering where it was going, and I'm glad again that therapist line was in there. That was
Yeah.
that was just
thing
random comedy gold.
It was so funny, man.
Yeah, that was just on the spot. Yeah, I showed my I just remembered that as I was like reminiscing about that scene, I remembered me holding my phone out and laughing like a crazy person as my therapist just like watches this horrible scene of violence. Oh man, wow, what a trip down memory lane so far, guys. What do we got coming up?
Well, we're halfway through our episode. Right now we're getting to Trevor's second clip. What do you got for us, Trevor?
Yeah, second clip is from one of our holiday specials, actually,
Ooh.
where we got some questions from our viewers and did some reactions toward those. So this is sort of going to be us reacting to reactions in
Cool.
in a sense.
All right.
And these are fuzzier I'm not like when we do the holiday specials, guys, I am 100% not playing up the amount that I'm drunk. I get trashed for you guys, and I don't drink that much anymore. These guys can attest to that. Those days are behind me. But for you guys, I get just absolutely plastered. The last time
He
we
does
did
it for the team.
I do it
guys.
for the team. The last time we did it, I was like, we had to stop, I think, 3 times because I thought I was going to vomit. And by the end, my eyes were not open. I was just responding.
You muddled through, man. You did it though.
You still
Yeah.
made it. Yeah.
I was
I made
surprised
it.
when we were about to start. I was thinking we might have to reschedule at a certain time.
I was too, friend.
but you did it.
Yeah, a born performer, as it were. As it were.
This particular one is from the first holiday special that we did.
okay. That's
So you were a little more coherent for this
Yes,
one.
I was very drunk, but not. I think this is when I drank 2 40s. So I was like
Yeah.
pretty
Edward
lit.
40's hands.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Check it out.
Trever, clip 2.
Gordon asks, with the new Lord of the Rings series coming soon, what are your top 5 hopes for the series?
Oh.
First one can't be Don't Be Shot.
Oh, like don't exist? So you can't ask it to not exist. Okay, fair enough.
What are our hopes for it?
Your top 5 hopes for it.
Top 5 hopes for the show? Okay. My top 5 hopes for the show. One, I just hope that it is visually pleasing because it has the largest fucking budget, and just being a modern movie or show with such a large budget, it should look good.
Yeah.
That seems to be the standard people go by nowadays, is how it looks. So I hope it looks good at the very, very least. Secondly, I hope they do whatever this fucking First Age Years of the Trees throwback shit is. I hope they cover it well. As some of you who are listening may know, that Amazon recently put out a promotion where it was a promotional picture of a mysterious elf figure who is apparently Galadriel's brother standing on a hill in front of...
So one of 3 people.
Yeah, one of 3 potential people, an elf figure standing on the shores of Amman looking at the 2 trees, which is clearly the 2 trees. And that has so many people excited. I really hope they do that justice. That's 2. Number 3, I'm excited to see the cast they've got. I don't know much about them. I know a lot of them are not big names, but I'm very excited to see what they do. Number 4, I'm excited to see what they do with the Second Age. I hope they touch on Dunedain history a lot, because that's really the rich shit you've got going on in the Second
You
Age.
stole my main
I
fucking
am I'm gonna let you. I'll let you go into that more.
Okay.
You've got one more, Joel. You can
5.
finish it.
5. I hope I hope it at least ends with one of the major wars, either the wars of Sauron and the elves, which was in the Second Age, or the end of the Second Age war, which is the War of the Last Alliance.
So I'm going to agree with most of the things. I'll just add a few more things because I agree with most of the things. Yes, I think it should look good. I'm excited to see what Tolkien will look like in an extended format rather than a film format.
That's right. This will be the first time.
This will be the first time, yeah.
In Tolkien history.
Yeah. So I hope they spend their time on the right things. We'll put it that way. And yeah, I hope it centers mostly on the Dunedain in the Second Age, and Gil-galad and the Last Alliance and stuff like that. And the War of Elves and Sauron. Yeah, all that shit, man. All that shit, I want it.
I'm assuming since the show exists within the Second Age, if they do touch on the Last Alliance, that would have to be like a series finale or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we couldn't do, so it has to be Second Age.
That's what they said it was based in, the Second Age, yeah.
So they're not going to do the Fall of the North Kingdom? That's what I wanted.
Is that in the Third Age?
That's in the Third
So
Age.
then they must not cover that, I'm not sure. Unless it trails into the Third Age and they just haven't clarified that yet. Could
Maybe.
be. I'm not sure.
If they just did Dunedain heavy stuff.
It seems like early on there was a lot of things going on and a lot of additions and adjustments and things being made.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I don't have much more to add than that, yeah.
I mean, I kind of agree with all that too. I'm excited to see it. I'm hoping that, definitely visually pleasing will be good. So I agree with both of you guys on that point.
It's got to be. It's like $1 billion, right?
I have no idea.
Is that literally
but
$1
if
billion?
if it is, it better be good.
Yeah, I think it's literally $1 billion.
Yeah, the budget is $465 million, dude.
Oh my god,
Ow.
that's absurd.
It's a lot of money.
Just for the first season.
Good lord. Wow, we were really drunk. It's funny because we moved on. We had some warm and fuzzy memories, and now we have just some straight up fuzzy memories.
Yeah.
Fuzzy.
Like straight up.
As we started going over our hopes for the show, I was just like, oh.
It's so
Started
funny.
shaking my head. I was like,
Yeah, because
oh,
like
that poor
they did
show.
all the things we asked them not to do. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
I picked that partly just to give that retrospective of
Yeah.
like, this is what we hoped, and now we
And
know what we got.
Now we know what
Like,
we got. Yeah.
I guess it was relatively visually pleasing, but it didn't make up for the rest of it.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah, it barely does. It doesn't really say anything Dunedain. We just know Numenorians
Yeah.
happen to
Yeah.
be.
Yep.
I chuckled when I said that because I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I asked them not to do. It's like all centered about Galadriel and some tree and some fucking mithril.
Yeah,
Right,
Or
yeah.
even in Numenor, and they don't mention the Dunedain or the Edain at all.
No, yeah, they don't mention any of that shit. But, boo. Yeah, can we just take out a second to boo the series? Boo. Yeah.
And they even continued with production during the strike.
Oh, did they really?
The writer's strike,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
I don't know
my-
about the actor strike now. I'm assuming they can't, but
Wow. Not surprising from Lord Bezos shit. That's unfortunate. That's actually probably the most unfortunate thing I've ever heard about the series. That's very sad.
yep, that does not give me high hopes.
And that
considering
means
what the
it's-
first season already was with writers.
If the first season was trash with writers, imagine what it's going to be with scab writers / fucking no writers.
Nobody, just flying by the seat of their pants, it's not going to be great.
I guess they couldn't dash our hopes any more than they already have.
Yeah, I
I
suppose.
guess.
We'll
It's
see.
a lot of money down the drain. Whatever.
Maybe won't be a train wreck. We'll see.
That was a fun one, though. I enjoyed that flashback.
Yeah, that was a good flashback. Very drunk.
Very drunk.
Very drunk, yeah. That was just so you know, like way early in the episode too.
Oh, and we kept drinking throughout that
Yeah.
episode. That whole second 40 was drank during the episode. So
Yeah, the first 40 was to get ready.
To pregame for and then I had that first 40 and then like a few swallows of whiskey and then killed the second 40 while
Yeah,
recording.
that's to keep you going while you're recording. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
Wow.
wet that whistle.
If you've
wet
never
the whistle.
tried, if you're out there and you've never tried Cold 45 malt liquor, a delicacy, I think.
I don't know about that.
A delicacy. Where I'm from, Trevor, it's a delicacy, all right? Okay, should we get into round 3?
Yeah, that
Ding, ding,
rounds off
ding.
round 2. Let's round ourselves up to round 3.
Okay. So this is my last clip. I thought I would play us out
Okay.
with a little music.
Oh, okay.
And this is a writing bit that I did mostly in the shower, and it turned out really cool. That's all I'm going to say about it.
I think I know what this is gonna be.
You guys might know.
I might. Let's check it out and see. I'm excited.
Okay, here we go. Danny, clip 3.
No one knows what it's like to be the Dunedain, to be next in line for the scepter. And no one knows what it's like to be related, to be descended from Elendil. But my kingdom is all but empty. Arnor lay in ruin. We had hours of glory, glory. The heir of Isildur. Well, I guess that's me.
No one knows what it's like to be exiles like we do. Sauron, we blame you. We will bite back as hard as the jaws of Huon that he'll remember from the elder days.
But my kingdom is all but empty. Arnor lay in ruin. We had hours of glory, glory. The heir of Isildur. One more time. But my kingdom is all but empty. Yeah. Unknown laying room. Ba ba da da. We had hours of glory, glory. The air of Isildur. Well, I guess that's me.
You guys are hilarious.
I don't know. What do you think was so funny? That's a platinum record, right there.
That's a fucking platinum record. First of all,
Easy.
it's so funny, Joel. I don't know if you knew this, but I was pretty mad at you when we recorded this. Do you remember?
Oh my God, because I couldn't get the Sauron.
Because
We
you
blame
had, he had never heard the Behind Blue Eyes before, and I literally I was so Phil Spector about it. I feel like such a dick now. I was so like, you gotta nail this shit. We did, like, I made him do multiple takes, and what's really funny is over the years I've come to love your like slightly syncopated verse.
Oh, the Sauron. We blame you.
Yeah, like I love that. Yeah, I don't know why I've grown to love it over the years, but yeah, that was Behind the Scepter,
Behind
the
Scepter.
Dunedain song.
Yeah, shout out to my brother-in-law Tom, for helping us
Yeah,
with the
helping us with that
guitar
recording.
and recording that one.
Yeah, super fun. That was really cool, even though I was mad.
I just want you guys to know, I was not taking a slight at you. That was genuinely pretty fun.
Oh yeah, you
yeah.
like that?
Oh, yeah,
Had you ever heard that?
I
Trev?
don't think so.
Oh really?
I don't think I've heard that. If
Okay.
if I have, I don't remember it.
Yeah, so a little bit of background on that shit. Our good friend of the show, like our oldest super fan, Scott Pearson, he hit me up. I made a joke, I think it was in the Aragorn episode, that Aragorn was sitting in the corner and like, no one knows what it's like to be the Dunedain. And he hit me up on Twitter and said that shit made him guffaw. So I was like, oh, I'm a psychopath. I'm going to write a whole first and second verse of a Dunedain Behind Blue Eyes parody song.
You like that? Let's flesh it out.
Yeah, and that was originally intended to be Patreon material, but we dropped it in the main feed because we were so proud of it.
Quality.
Quality,
Again,
yeah.
platinum. That's a platinum recording
Yeah,
right there.
we should re-record that with all three of us.
That'd be fun. We could.
I could write a Trevor. You want to do the
spice
bridge?
it up.
Because I didn't write the bridge. Because the bridge, I don't know if you've ever heard the song. The bridge is like real fast and hard. You might be able to help me write the bridge.
I think that we should take a look and
Let's
potentially
do it.
give it a go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And then I'll bring out the electric guitar and we'll make it metal.
Hell yeah,
God,
dude.
metal.
Hell yeah.
what it's like to be the Dunedain.
Yeah, but oh yeah, shout out to Scott Pearson, longtime friend of the show.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah, and his daughter Ella. They're both fucking some of my favorite people. Yeah, thanks for inspiring me to do that. Something I never would have done without your encouragement. So thank you.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Next in line.
What do we got next, Joel?
Okay, so for my third clip, I went for also a holiday special.
Sick. I
Hey.
love, honestly, I fucking love our holiday
They're
specials.
fun.
I think
good,
they're some
yeah.
of our best episodes. We always have the most fun making them too.
Yeah. So this one it might be my shortest clip, but no, it's not actually. But either way, so it's from episode 75, our holiday special from 2022.
Sick.
So that's actually just our most recent one. So this is when we were doing, so our holiday specials, we get pretty drunk. Drunk as a skunk, really.
This is the one where I was like gone.
Oh yeah, this is the one where you were gone. You were
Yeah.
plastered.
I was. Yeah,
I
so
hadn't
drunk.
drank as much because my stomach was fucked up, but I was trying to. But
You were still pretty
I-
drunk. Like you can tell in Joel's voice when he's had some. You know.
we did. This is usually in these holiday specials we do questions, and we started off doing FMKs. So this is a clip from our first round of Fuck, Marry, Kills from the 2022 holiday special.
Oh, fun!
Yeah,
I can't wait.
This will be great.
Joel, clip 3.
So without further ado, should we jump into our first category?
Let's get it.
Trevor,
Let's get it, Trevor.
Take the wheel on
Trevor's-
this bus. These pulls on this.
Trevor,
Fucking
take the
whiskeys.
wheel, take it
All right.
from my hand.
All right. So FMKs. You guys ready? There are a lot of these.
I love these.
But I'm definitely gonna take the first one. So this is one that I had posted to get everybody started, right? So
Nice. Okay, so this is from Trever.
This is
a
from
Trever
me.
original. All right.
This is from me.
Trever
and
original.
fun fact, Joel, your wife had a very similar question that she had posted within a minute of me posting
Mallory.
it,
Okay.
which was hilarious. So all right, fuck, marry, kill: Sauron, Halbrand, Anatar.
Oh, what the fuck! Wow, way to start off with a fucking doozy.
So fuck, marry, kill Sauron, Halbrand.
I think I already know.
Okay, I would kill Halbrand because he's not canon.
Yep, we're on the same page about that. Yeah, then
I'd
it's all
fuck
about
Sauron because I feel like he's real warm. You know what I mean? He throws off a lot of heat. I feel like he'd be like fucking an electric blanket. You know, like I feel like. So I'd fuck Sauron,
An electric blanket.
and I guess I'd marry Antar because he
Right.
gives gifts.
Yes, we're literally on the exact same page. My mind went to first kill Halbrand, obviously, and then of the two, I'd probably marry Anatar because he at least tries to put on a fair facade, and he tries, even if he's pretending to be nice, whatever. Sauron, Dark Lord Sauron would be a good fucking done. I don't think I could be with him long term.
Say what you want about Sauron. He's a good lay.
Good lay. That body heat's really up there.
Them hands are real
Hot-ass
warm
hands. Those
against-
hand jobs are toasty.
Could you imagine just going through like your whole life being married to Sauron, but going through the stages of Halbrand, Sauron, and Anatar?
Yeah.
Just like you'd need some marriage counseling several times.
Oh yeah.
I'm pleased that people separated Halbrand from Anatar.
Because that's we'll get to that.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get drunk and learn.
Are we gonna get to that? Probably
I don't
not.
fucking
But
know.
you know, fuck it.
Usually we have an outline that's like the bones of
This
our.
is scary, Joel. Isn't this weird?
we haven't done this in a long time, guys.
Yeah,
We're free balling
We're
it.
free balling right here. I'm like, I don't even know. Like, should I be watching YouTube or something? Like, what should I be doing on my computer? Wow. We were really gone, Joel.
We were pretty drunk for that episode, and I loved that Sauron, Halbrand, and Anatar FMK.
I love how we were on the
was
same
funny.
fucking. This is why me and Joel are we're so in sync. You know what I mean? Like, we had the same reasonings for yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, fuck Sauron, absolutely. I mean, he's
100%.
big dude, great lay, and he's literally like warm. High body temperature.
And I mean, hey, he's capable of making rings. Maybe he's got a pretty sick cock ring.
Hey,
yeah, he's got some toys.
Some toys.
I bet he's got
some
the
toys.
Oh, I would
best
shop
ones.
at that store. Sauron's Toys.
Do you
He's got
think
all the best spikes and appendages and rings and
Probably got some of that nice orc themed,
Oh,
merchandise.
There you go. Yeah.
Do you think Aule taught him how to make butt plugs?
Why would it have to be Owlet?
Because he learned from Aule.
What if he had his own like line, like Mr. Hanky or like Bad Dragon or something? He'd be like Sauron's
Some
Dark
exotic
some
dildos.
exotic dildos.
Oh man, this is a filthy episode.
It's the FMK.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
it's the FMK. But I really I thought that was super funny. I loved that one. And then of course the whole bit at the end where we're freaking out because we don't have an outline. That was funny.
Yeah, that is really funny because we are very particular about our outlines these days.
Yeah.
And,
Originally when we started we had almost nothing. In fact, in one of the earlier clips, I think you could hear us turning paper pages.
we had so when we did start doing outlines, which wasn't until about episode 4 or so,
Something like that.
but we did paper outlines. Yeah.
Yeah, we literally like wrote them out or printed them out.
It was before we had discovered Google Docs.
Yeah, I know normally, for that holiday episode, it's only me who has any reference material in front of me. So
Yeah.
it's not gonna lie, a little fun to watch you guys struggle through what to do.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, we have already scheduled the recording date for our holiday special this year.
That's fucking right, guys.
And we're gonna-
ready.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna try to work this out where Trever is drunk as well.
Yeah, because now you're part of the team, so you're not going to be asking questions, bitch.
People
you're
gonna be
gonna
asking
sitting down with us, plastered as fuck, and you're going to be answering questions.
Yeah,
Good
dude.
luck, me.
Yeah.
And we're going to do the best we can to get good and plastered for you this year.
Yay. We do it because we love you.
Because we love you, and we hate ourselves.
yeah.
It's a win-win.
It's a win.
I'm one of them self-hating humans.
One of those self-haters.
Self-deprecating. Well, let's let that bring us into Trevor's final clip here. What do you got
Yeah.
for us, my friend?
Yeah, okay. So for my final clip, I picked one that I decided was pivotal for me and my additions to the podcast, / also inspired the Christmas gift that I gave to you, Joel.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll get it as soon as
Okay.
as soon as it starts going. Yeah. Play the clip.
Play it again, Sam.
Haha. Casablanca reference.
Actually doesn't fucking say that shit, but whatever.
Yeah, it's one of those lines that like everyone misquotes. Like, Luke, I'm your father, you know?
Yep.
All right, well, here we go, guys.
Trever, clip 3.
But yeah, so we're gonna do another long-awaited Minnesota Tolkien radio drama.
That's right. The return of Minnesota Tolkien radio drama.
Which Trevor so cleverly pointed out is actually an acronym MINTURD. So we're gonna start kind of referring to it as MINTURD.
Here on KOT, we've got Minter.
MINTURD, and it's gonna be about what you just heard about.
Yeah, so our Tolkien, Minnesota Tolkien radio drama today, courtesy of Mr. Danny, thank you,
Yeah, thanks. Hope you like it.
is about the scene we just kind of went over where the Witch King taunts Aranur into fighting him.
Mm-hmm.
For it was now in the 20th century of the Third Age that the North Kingdom of the Dunedain had fallen to the Witch King of Angmar. Prince Aranur is sent from Gondor to either aid or avenge the North Kingdom. The prince talks to his men, preparing them for battle.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what, you guys. We are really going to show them what's what, you know. We're going to get in there and really give them a rough time, you know. Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Heck
yes.
yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
We'll really give it to them.
When Aranur and his men reach the North Kingdom, it has already fallen. They are totally furious.
Now, what the frig is this here now? Hey, this is some real not so good stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
No good.
Oh,
Jeez.
jeez.
For Pete's sake.
Oofta.
Oofda.
Aranur and his men resolve to cleanse the north of Witch King's forces.
What do you say, guys? I say we really show them what's what, hey? I say show them where the bears shit in the woods, yeah?
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
do it.
go.
Oh, it's rock and roll, guys.
Hey, yeah.
The battle was long and fierce. Many were slain, but finally the Witch King was defeated. But as he was in retreat, he came forward himself to confront Aranur.
Oh, if it isn't that pretty prince from Gondor, hey? Bet you don't like so much what I did to your northern buddies here so much, yeah?
Oh, yeah? Well, guess what, hey? We got some of your buddies here, too, you know what I mean? If you can be buddies with so many friggin' orcs, if you know what I mean. That's just gross.
You know what I hear is gross is your mom's hot dish. Who puts baby corn in hot dish anyways, you know what I mean?
Hey, listen here, dingus. My mom's hot dish is great. Just ask any of my men here.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, real good.
Real good.
Real good, yeah.
Baby corn's pretty good, hey?
Oh, you must be awful tough, eating all that baby corn and whatnot. Why don't you come fight me? Make your mama proud, you know.
Ooh. Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. How about it, tough guy?
You want to go? Let's go. Nobody talks bad about my mom's hot dish and nobody gets away with it. Let's go, hey?
Yeah, bring it on, tough guy.
Aranur spurred his horse and charged straight at the Witch King. But then, just as the two were about to meet in battle, Aranur's horse strayed away, losing heart. Aranur was flung from the saddle and dragged by the stirrups. The Witch King howled in laughter and turned and rode away.
Oh, god darn it. Friggin' horse. Oh, geez, making me look like a jerk out here.
Neither the Witch King nor Aranur forgot that humiliation that day in the north. Many years after the battle, Aranur had returned home to Gondor and was now to be crowned king. After his coronation, a strange messenger came out of Minas Ithil to taunt the king with the words of the Witch King. Aranur could hear the voice of the Witch King as the messenger read aloud a letter.
Greeting to the new king from your neighbor. We just moved into your old city and everything is just super duper. We are changing a lot of stuff, but we gotta make it our own, you know. Anyways, I was just thinking, maybe if you weren't too full of your mama's hot dish, that you might want to try and finish what we started up north. You know what I mean? Unless you want to keep sitting on your high tower eating baby corn.
Oh, jeez. Friggin' Witch King. I friggin' hate that guy, you know, hey? I just got a mind to ride down there and give him a real rough time, you know what I mean?
It was only by the wise counsel of his steward that the new king was stayed. Though his hatred burned ever hotter, the new king did not respond to the tauntings of his enemy. For now it was years later, when again a messenger came from fallen Minisethel. Again, Aranor heard the voice of the Witch King.
Hey there, pretty prince. How you been? I missed seeing you last time around. I hope you got my last letter. Maybe we're just too busy celebrating our new crown by throwing back a couple of hams and having some of your mom's hot dish. Well, I've been thinking. I really think we ought to finish that business from up north, you know. Really give it a go. I'm sure you won't choke like the Vikings in the postseason like you did last time, you know. Come on down. You know where I am. If you're not too much of a wussy, that is. Sincerely, the Witch King.
Oh, this friggin' guy. Well, you gotta be kidding me, God darn it. I wish we would have settled this up north. Oh, geez, I can't believe this friggin' guy. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go down there and really give him a rough time and show him where the bears shit in the woods, you know what I mean? Hey, let's frickin' go.
Aranor and a small band of valiant warriors rode then to Minisethel. When they arrived, the city was silent. The gates stood closed and shrouded in shadows.
All right, hey. Here I am, bud. Let's frickin' do this, hey. What are you waiting for? You some kind of wuss or something?
Just then, the gates opened. No one appeared, but a small object rolling along the stone came to rest at Aranor's feet. When he looked down, he saw a single can of baby corn.
Oh, geez, God darn it, I'm so friggin' tired of this. All right, boys, let's friggin' go.
Aranor and his men rode into the city. The gates closed behind them, and they were never seen or heard from again. And so passed Aranor, the last and childless king of Gondor.
Holy shit. That, hands down, has to be one of my favorite bits we've ever done. I think we all do really good shit in it. I think it's really funny.
That's a classic.
Yeah, the baby corn thing is just so fucking funny. Because I was just sitting there racking my brain. I was like, what is something weird you could put in a hot dish? Because I like corn in a hot dish, but like baby corn? Little strange, right?
I still think it would be delicious.
I agree. I love baby corn.
The fucking baby corn bit. I don't know why, but that just fucking had me roll. And even still, the baby corn bit makes me fucking laugh. I don't. It's just so silly.
It's so silly. I when I'm writing shit, I just latch onto the silliest shit sometimes.
Like where the bear show 'em where the bear shits in the woods.
Yeah, my grandma used to say that all the time. Yeah, I don't know if that's a Minnesota saying or not, but it's definitely a working class type.
Show 'em where the bear shits in the woods.
Show 'em where the bear shit in the woods. I love that we always in the Minturd universe we always say up north too.
Up
whenever
north. Yep.
whenever north comes up, it's always up north.
Up north.
Up north for the weekend. That's like one of the most basic. If you're trying to do a basic Minnesota accent, if you can learn the phrase up north for the weekend.
Going up north for the weekend?
Going up north for the weekend. And just say it fast and that's Minnesotan. You got it.
So other than it being just a great Minturd, yeah, I picked it because that's where we got Minturd as we know it.
Coined Minnesota. We shortened the Minnesota Tolkien radio drama down. You did down to Minturd. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
Yep.
I totally fucking forgot about that shit.
Yeah, it totally came from Trever.
And then did you get the Christmas gift thing now, Joel?
The baby corn?
No. It was the Witch King. I really enjoyed you as the Witch King. So I got you that disc plate of the Witch King.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joel is, in my mind, so until we die or dissolve this podcast, Joel will always play the Witch King in Minturd.
Hell yeah.
The Witch King.
Always. Honestly, speaking of Minnesota Witch King, Gorgoroth State Park.
Oh, that was a fun one.
That
too.
shit kills me still to this day, every fucking time. And it's so weird, you guys, as a writer, to like be typing something down on your computer and then like a few days later you like it comes to life in this like weird kind of way. It's very rewarding, and these guys are really good at doing that, and I appreciate that.
Shit, I totally forgot all about Gorgoroth State Park. I should have pulled one of those. That would have been a classic clip.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll do a companion piece. No, yeah, Gorgoroth State Park is isolated. It's going to be isolated on YouTube soon when I get to it.
We love that one. It's a great bit.
But it's in the Mordor episode, so check that out if you haven't heard it. Shout out to Ruru, our editor, on that one too. He really did a bang up job.
Beautiful job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stellar piece.
Yes, indeed. Well, yeah, I love the baby corn bit. I think it's so fucking funny. Thanks for choosing that one, Trevor.
Yeah, man.
Good choice, my friend. Good way to round it off. I suppose if we have time,
Oh, we're gonna make time.
there was one other clip that I found that I thought was funny, and I thought I'd throw in there.
It's short,
If we had
too.
time. It's a short one.
It's a short one.
Because you all have been so good during this whole episode, and apparently you're still listening. Here's a bonus clip for you, and this one I just thought it's funny as fuck. Okay, so it's actually also from the Halloween special, the Our Friend Peter,
Sick.
but it's just, I don't know, it's a subject that came up that was just so fucking ridiculous. So this was during the Frightener section where we were talking about the
Okay.
movie The Frighteners.
Yeah.
Let's just play it. It's just ridiculous.
All right, sick. Bonus clip.
So this movie starred Michael J. Fox, whom I'm sure many of us will remember as Marty from Back to the Future.
Of course.
And Teen Wolf.
And of course Teen Wolf. Yeah, we
Of
can't
course.
forget Teen Wolf.
Also starred D. Wallace Stone and Jeffrey Combs, both horror icons.
Oh yeah, and Jeffrey Combs, he's known for mostly his Stuart Gordon films. Stuart Gordon is a fantastic horror director. The Reanimator series, From Beyond, and Castle Freak.
And Wallace Stone, known for The Hills Have Eyes, E.T., The Howling, Cujo, Critters, and Alligator 2, The Mutation.
Which is not very good. I just recently watched it. The original Alligator is fantastic, but Alligator 2 Mutation is not very good.
Also, just not to get too off topic, but as a side note,
This is really funny.
I accidentally clicked on Dee Wallace's website because I was just doing some casual Googling, and she had a like promo for a new book that she'd written called Born, and the promo said, Dee Wallace's Born is a powerful book about how spirituality, brain science, and religion are all teaching the same principles and how you can easily use them in creating your life.
Interesting.
And I think that if there are any loyal listeners, you can donate $150, and I think Danny would use that money to get a healing session with Dee Wallace for 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I would love to meet Dee Wallace. I'm a big fan of The Hills Have Eyes, and The Howling is pretty good, too. You know, I'd check it out.
And we were reading some of these testimonials on her website.
Oh, my God. Do you have them up?
I have the one we were talking
Read the
about.
one we were talking about.
So this is about halfway down her testimonials. It says, after years with full-blown AIDS, I began working with Dee's principles, applying self-direction and choosing joy. I've been told I am now AIDS-free. My count is higher than it has ever been and holding. For me, this is a miracle.
What? Dee Wallace cured AIDS with her program, you guys. So, yeah, remember Dee Wallace. She's in this film. Who else is in this film? We got one. Yeah. We got to move on from that.
Sorry.
So the film also features Jake Busey.
Jake Busey.
Busey?
And I believe that's Gary Busey's son.
Okay.
I believe it's pronounced Jake Bussy.
Bussy? It's not Bussy. It's definitely not Bussy. Holy shit. Oh my God.
I know that last bit with the Bussy joke was kind of off, but I had to leave the Bussy joke.
That Bussy joke is so funny. Yeah.
I believe it's pronounced Bussy.
Bussy. Yeah.
But dude, that AIDS shit.
Oh my God. Dee Wallace cured AIDS, you guys.
That was gold.
And she cannot sue us for defamation because that was on her fucking website.
Mm-hmm. She posted that in public.
Yeah.
And we're just talking about the content.
Yeah, and me and Joe were writing that episode, and he pulled up Dee Wallace's website, and we were just scrolling through reviews or scrolling through testimonials, and that one was on there, and we found it quite humorous. Yeah.
Was that like the worst or like the most outrageous testimonial that you guys found?
I think so. I don't remember, and I'll remember that one till the day I die.
It's
but I
hard
won't
to beat curing AIDS. I mean.
Yeah.
I consider this a miracle.
A miracle. Yeah, my count is higher than ever. Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah, as soon as you started getting into like I've been living without AIDS or whatever, my count has been getting high, has been high as ever. Like this was the first time I was hearing this shit when he was saying it. I was losing my mind. Like that shit was just fucking crazy.
Yeah, I love the deadpan humor of Joe too, like how he can just so monotonely read outrageous shit like that.
Good delivery.
Yeah, great delivery. Again, would you listen to him on another podcast?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Get that horror podcast going.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that was a really fun bonus clip. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I hope you guys enjoyed that silly bonus.
Yeah. Wow. Dee
Wow.
Wallace. What a gal.
Wow, wow, wee wah.
Wow, we were.
Those were, all in all, a lot of really fun moments.
Yeah, that was a total of 10 clips, my friends.
Yeah, 10 clips. Well, yeah, that was a fun-ass trip down memory lane.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. We actually had a lot of fun with this. We got to
Yeah.
do this again.
Yeah, we got it in another 7 seasons. We'll do it again. Yeah, we were just talking about the other day. I was like, Joel, I can't believe we've done nearly 100 episodes, and we're still not anywhere close to running out of content to cover on this.
I know. We were just sitting down, putting out a new schedule, and we were looking at like
We
just
did
a
it
list
easy as
of-
pie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we even have like a running list of episode subjects that we've got like banked up for later. It's like over a page. It's just like tons.
Yeah, and we love. I cannot reiterate enough how much we love doing this podcast.
We love it. We love KOT Podcast.
It is a strong light in our lives, and we love you guys for listening. And it is a labor of love. It is a lot of work. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It is a lot of work, but it is totally worth it. And we hope to keep doing it for a long ass time.
Yeah, it's still pretty crazy just looking at how many hours of the content we've put out that you guys are actually listening to.
Yeah, I think we just hit 112,000 listens on
God damn.
Spotify.
That's a lot for us.
Yeah, that's a lot of hours of our voices being broadcast out to you guys, and that's fucking wild. Thank you for all the listens.
That's definitely kind of a surreal thing to have.
Yeah.
Like people are actually listening.
Well, not only do people
Yeah.
listen, according to the stats, especially the Spotify stats, people re-listen. Like we're the top podcast on, I think, like 50 different Spotifys or something like that.
Yeah,
There's
so of some of the people who listen to us, they fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's
so
a lot
like-
of dense information too. Like you almost have to if you want to remember any of it.
Yeah, if you want to absorb it.
It's-
Yeah, I suppose it would take a re-listen. I'd have to listen to Sundering of the Elves a couple times if I was going to get all of that down, but
Yeah.
I think we do a pretty good job of presenting information.
Yeah, and we have a good time doing it. I feel like we have more fun than any other Tolkien content creators out there with our content. But yeah, that was a fun trip, guys.
Yeah, we are so grateful for every single listener we have, and we promise to keep on bringing you guys more content that you love in the future.
Yeah, as long as you promise to keep listening, y'all.
Yeah, the ride is not over. This has been a trip, but we're still on the train.
No, I think this is episode 87. I think we're finally figuring out what we're doing here, guys. I think
We're finally hitting a stride.
we're yeah.
You know what they say? What is it? 10,000 hours
Yeah,
to master
yeah,
something?
exactly. We're at 93 hours, so
Oh,
we
boy.
got a ways to go.
Yeah, guys, we're getting up there. We're going to hit around 100 hours around our 100th episode. That's going to
Yeah.
be a pretty cool lineup.
Yeah, and 100th episode will not go unnoticed. We'll just say that, guys.
We got some special shit planned.
We've literally had something planned since what, episode 50?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's
We've
a
had this
stretch
in the-
goal,
Yeah,
basically.
we've had this goal in the works for a while.
Yes, we've been wanting to do it for a very, very long time now.
But that's all we've got for you guys today for our mid-season finale. This is kind of our summer finale. We'll be coming back to you guys in the fall. First thing you'll be getting from us is our next episode, 88, the Halloween special for 2023.
Hell yeah, Halloween specials. Yes, yes, yes.
So you can expect us on Halloween.
Oh man, this is making me horny for Halloween already. It's like July.
It's going to be a fun special.
Easily one of the best holidays.
Oh, by far the best.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I like that
ever.
we're doing Halloween specials now, like, regularly.
Yeah, hell yeah. And second half of season 7 will begin with our first episode of our Evil Creatures trilogy, which will include dragons, Balrogs, and orcs.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh, my.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Prepare your underpants for that, my friends. We're going to dive a whole episode into each of these motherfuckers. Dragons, Balrogs, and orcs.
It's gonna get real evil up in this bitch.
It's going to be a fun time, and we're looking forward to it.
Yes, we are. I don't know what my life is gonna be like without KOT. We'll see.
I'm excited to see just how far evil reaches.
Yes. Oh yes. But thanks for listening to KOT Podcast. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Stay up to date on new episodes. Please rate or review us if you like us. If you don't bother. It's cool.
Yeah, just move on along.
It's all good.
And a big thank you to all of our patrons on Patreon. Subscribing on Patreon can unlock some exclusive content for you, and of course, it also helps support us, your hands-down favorite podcast of all time. So you can go to patreon.com/KOT Podcast. If subscription donations are not your thing, we also do one-time donations as well. We've got other payment services. Just contact us on whatever platform works best for you.
And if you like what you heard here, definitely swing on by our Discord. We'll have a link in the description. That is the place where we hang out most often. You'll see any of our updates there, usually first, I would say.
Always, yeah.
Definitely also go on our TikTok at keep_on_Tolkien_podcast.
Yeah.
We've been posting a lot of stuff of that lately too, and there's more to come, of course.
Yeah.
Check our Twitter out at KOT Podcast. If we're still there, that one's up in the air. We'll see.
Twitter's up in the air right now.
We got Facebook at official Keep on Tolkien, and then finally Instagram. That is at Keep on Tolkien Podcast.
Yes.
So there's all of our socials. Also, if you like what you hear and you want to help support us in another way, we also have a merch store. We have that running out of T-mail. That is keep-on-tolkien-podcast.tmail.com. Where we've got T-shirts and other assorted things for you to grab and just kind of show everybody that you love our podcast.
All designed by us.
Yeah,
all designed
by us. Yeah.
Yeah, and we even have gotten some suggestions from things from our community, and we've brought some of that stuff to life too. So
yes,
if you want to converse with us about that or other things, again, check out those socials.
Yes, indeed. But that's about all we got for you guys today. I am Danny J.
I'm Joel N.
I am Trever D.
And we are...
Keep on Tolkien.
Alray in Tulliver. Should I say it like JFK?
Oh, no.
People from the Northeast are going to hate that.